What up YouTube, Cyber here. Arturia just released an audio effects plugin which has distortion and filtering modeled after the Korg MS-20, and which is a synth from the late 70s that has some really nice smooth filters on it. And they've added some cool extras for us in the box here with envelope following, step sequencer, and a function generator. And this plugin is free right now until January 2nd, 2023, so I thought it'd be fun to see what sounds we can get out of it. All right, let's take a look. All right, so to test this out, I've got one long MIDI note loaded up, and I have Vital on a saw wave. So let's grab the MS-20, and you'll see it's got a distortion and a filter section, and you can switch up the routing and put one before the other with this button in the middle. And we have high and low pass filters, and we can kind of create a band pass if we want by pulling these in. And then this master cutoff here affects the cutoff of both the high and low pass. So let's say we had a band pass set up in Pro Q here, and we highlighted both of them, and we were to drag it around like that. That's what the master cutoff is doing here. All right. Now what sets this apart for me is how smooth these peak filters are. And if you have this limit res on, and it's on by default, then it won't self-resonate and feed back so much, and it helps get that like really smooth filter sweep. So you'll hear if I turn this up and I move this filter around, you can get a really smooth squelchy sound. And you'll see here if I move it, it's got a nice sound. And if you turn this off, I'm going to pull these back a bit so we don't get any large. Oh, see what I mean? All right, so even still, you can't quite drive these as hard as if this is on. You don't have to worry about that. Get a really nice squelchy sound. And that can be fun for a lot of different effects. And this has a great modulation section. So let's say we wanted to take advantage of that and crank up these peak filters. Let's narrow our bandpass even more. We've got like a nice little step sequencer here. And let's make this bipolar right now. And you can have it go forward, backwards, both directions, or random. So let's grab this random here. And you've got these modulators 1, 2, 3 for your 1, 2, 3 different modulators. We're in the middle, so we'll grab this middle ring. Nice. We can control the overall amount of modulation here with this movement knob. Our mix knob here is back to the dry saw wave versus everything going on in the plugin. And this is basically a total level for the plugin, so you don't hear anything here. But one thing that might be cool is to use this function generator and grab one of these preset patterns and use that to sort of bring the plugin in and out. There we go. The stereo knob here offsets the cutoff for the left and right. So let's say you have a sound like we're working on now, and you don't want it to get in the way of the bass at all, and so you could push the side out to the left and right to the sides here. So let's see what that sounds like. Here's up the middle. Now we've got some real width to it. We could smooth out this modulation here. And what's also cool is you have a random. So if you had a pattern, you didn't want it to be exactly the same each time, you've got a range for how random it will be here. Pretty fun. All right, let's hop over to another sound and do something else with this. All right, right here I've got this little thing going on. Let's load up the MS-20. You can really add some grit with this distortion. And you'll notice that it's not getting a whole lot louder. It's awesome that they gain compensated this. But let's say that we didn't want all that grit on every hit. We could jump back to our step sequencer again and just turn the drive up on certain random hits. But let's say we want these to be either like really gritty or totally clean. We could pull down a few of these. Turn up our dry wet here. That'll sound really cool with some delay. Let's make it even wider. One thing that's also cool about this stereo thing is, like, let's say you came over to your function generator and use our trusty triangle to modulate this stereo. You can get some kind of phasery effects. Let's turn this to hertz. The other thing that might be cool here, if I just restore the default, how do I do that? Got some nice presets here, huh? Default. All right, so the other thing we might do with this is you have an envelope follower here, which is pretty sweet. And if I turn this down, you'll hear it better. What we might want to do is create like kind of an auto wah effect with this. And if I turn this on, I can find the sweet spot for where the audio is sitting. I think I need to turn on, no, I don't want sequence. Here we go. All right, sensitivity seems good. If we create a little bit, if we slow up this rise, you'll hear the onset of that filter and it'll create kind of a wah effect. it just has a lot of nice controls right at your fingertips here. The other cool thing is it does have this side chain ability. So let's say we grab something else like these hats that I have. And I wanted this to peak up a lot higher when those hats hit. We could, let's turn this rise down. There we go. And then grab the peak. See what we can get. And actually for this, this is a situation you might want to turn off this limit res. Turn on those hats so you can hear what's happening here. All right, guys, this is the MS-20. It's a pretty nice little plug-in for free, so go pick it up before January 2nd. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace out.